listening to Gamesthetic episode 173. I'm Alex Light with Sparky3. Hopefully you're having a phenomenal day today, whatever day you're listening or watching this show. No Zach in studio with us just yet. He is on his way, but we do have John here. John, with a surprise. I see that you walked in with a bag over there. Whoa, your camera is way off. I had a power outage. All right, it's fine. You're on screen. You're just really like far back.
Yeah, you know, I thought about saying something earlier because when you were showing me the other camera, I was like leaned in real far. I was like, that doesn't look right.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I'll figure. But yeah, John brought a little surprise for us this week. All right, what do we got? So this is the controller he teased last week that he's got.
You want to take a guess?
Oh God, man, I don't know. I'm gonna just swap the two cams for this. So you already said that it wasn't anything that you thought I wanted. I don't know. I legit
It's not.
don't know.
It's not one that I've heard you say that you were
Okay.
actively excited about.
Right. Current gen? Is it current gen?
Well, no, I mean most of them are all Xbox One.
Okay.
controllers.
Okay. So, but it's an Xbox controller.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, I'm trying to think if there's any Xbox controllers out there that I've heard you talk about. You've got the Cyberpunk one. You've got like your Redfall. You got the Starfield. I'm trying to think of some historical ones. I'm drawing a blank. Is it a Halo one?
No.
Okay. Well, what is it? I'm gonna go back to full cam for you. What do we got?
The Sea of Thieves controller.
Of Thieves. I forgot that was one. And that thing looks clean.
Yeah. I came across a Sea of Thieves that was on it was a pretty good sale of it.
Right.
And I could not pass it up.
I get that. I mean, the dude, Sea of Thieves one, that one's clean.
That one's usually fairly accessible to find, but hard to find at a decent price.
I like how the triggers are different colors.
Oh, yeah.
The triggers being different colors is pretty sick.
Yeah. That one, I'm super happy I got that one.
Yeah.
That was going to be like a long-term project for me.
Right,
To get one of those.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start turning down the music here. No, that's a solid one, bro. Like, see if that's a nice color scheme. The alternate color triggers is sick. I'm jealous of that one.
Yeah. That one's super nice.
But now you're taking a break.
Yeah, I'm taking a little break from it for a while. I bought a couple. I bought that one in the Final Fantasy one. It's
Right.
literally minutes apart.
Okay. All right.
So it'll probably be a little bit. That was one of the like big hitters on my list that I wanted to eventually get.
Right.
So now I got to look back through and see, kind of narrow down which ones I want to get now.
Yeah. I still want that Vapor Fire one, whatever it's called. I still want that one that just came out recently. And man, my dream is that Master Chief Elite controller. But
that's gonna be a long-term one for me too. That one I do want, but I don't see it happening necessarily anytime soon.
Yeah. Hey, you could always get lucky and it could randomly pop up at our local retro game store, like the Halo 3 Collector's Edition that was $80 freaking at our store here recently. That was cool.
Yeah. And now with that, I sent you the picture
your
that I had
collection.
earlier. With that brings it to 11 like limited edition or special edition controllers.
Right, yeah. I wonder if I can show that. I think I can show that on the video. Let me open this. Open in browser. Yeah, I think I can get this on screen real quick because I mean it's a nice little thing. If it'll open, that'd be nice. While this is loading, I can go over some stuff we're gonna talk about today. So whenever Zach gets here, he's been playing some XDefiant, so he's gonna kind of give his thoughts on that. John has Esports Godfather. Shout out to that. All right, that's not one to load. So we're gonna go over to good old the Discord screen instead. So wow, that is horribly zoomed out. This is Sparky3 at its finest. This is hashtag sorry for tech probs.
I mean, this is what happens when we do things last minute.
Yo, facts. This looks so bad on stream, but it's okay. That's a nice little collection you've got there. I mean, you got the Spider-Man, you got the God of War, Starfield. That Xbox anniversary one is so sad. I didn't even know that was a thing until you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Of course, your Redfall, which that's fantastic. What is that like paint splatter one called? Like what is that one?
Forza.
Forza. That's the Forza one. That's right. And then of course Hogwarts Legacy.
No, I don't have Hogwarts.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy, God of War.
and then Cyberpunk and the Galaxy one, whatever. Nice collection. I'm nice, very nice collection. I'm very jealous of that. Very, very jealous of that. But yeah, XDefiant, Esports Godfather. We had a new Black Myth trailer come out that was sick. And then just
I was so excited for that game.
oh, I know, me too. And then just a bunch of random topics throughout the show, just some general conversation. I guess to kick things off, John. Overall, what'd you think of King and Queen of the Ring with WWE? I didn't get to watch most of it. I watched the last 2 matches.
It was good.
Yeah.
Wasn't great. Partially, but I think partially. I mean, most of the matches were fine.
Yeah.
It's just, some of it is the story around the matches,
Right.
or like the matches weren't what I was excited about with some of these storylines mostly, and some of them went almost exactly like I said, Triple Threat went. If I hadn't watched it and told you what I thought was going to happen, it's what happened.
Right. Drew's winning it, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, there's no way he's not. There's no way he's not. He's got to win it at Clash.
Yeah. He'll win it there, and then he'll drop it to Gunther.
Yeah, drop it to Gunther. True. Where does CM Punk fit into that? Yeah, I've been hearing talks that CM Punk may not be back by SummerSlam. He looks great, but he may not be back by SummerSlam is what I've heard, which I guess would deter him from the Gunther slaughtering. So I mean, I guess that's a plus.
You know what?
Have him interfere?
No, was it 2025 Royal Rumble return?
Or just Survivor Series where he came back. No, like I said, I watched the last 2 matches. I watched Gunther and Randy, and Logan and Cody. Those were good matches. Enjoyed those.
Yeah, I mean,
about what I expected out of them.
Yeah, that was kind of the thing. It was most of the matches were just exactly what I expected.
Yeah, very excited for Clash though. Really excited for Drew to get. We're excited for Drew to get that win in his home country. He needs that.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one.
Yeah, he deserves that. He deserves that. So John, so what do you think of this Black Myth Wukong trailer? Let's lead off with that.
Okay, this game. I mean, we're already 100% sold.
This is our
We've been talking about this game since
2020.
Since it was a demo trailer of just walking through the snow.
Yeah, like we've been on this one since its reveal back in August 2020.
Yeah, I mean, short end of it, this trailer's look fucking fantastic.
Yeah, like just every trailer we've got, the game has continued to look better, and it's one of those things. Like I think this is like their debut game, isn't it? Game Science. It's like you just let a team cook, man. Yeah, and they're gonna come up with something beautiful.
They've just been sitting there like in the background for the past several years.
Yep.
Just once a year going, here's some progress.
Yeah.
And
I love their approach.
And yeah, I absolutely love it. And the fact that like we're getting a little like we're coming up on release pretty soon, and we're getting a little bit more every time. Oh, it looks incredible.
I know. Wasn't a big fan of the giant spider, but you know what? I was expecting a giant spider in this game.
I was expecting it too. The first time I watched the trailer, it came up and I went, didn't love that.
Yeah, not a fan of that. That's gonna suck. Gonna hate every bit of that, but gonna do my best with my eyes closed.
There's certain aspects of it that I like that are in the trailer, like combat wise, that I look at and I go, how much of that is actually going to be fun versus it looks funny in a trailer? And I'm thinking specifically of like being on the pole and like doing the flying around kicking spot. And I'm watching that going, I mean, it's a great trailer shot, but is that going to be fun in the game?
Right.
But I mean, that's most of it. So, I mean, every additional little bit of combat we get just makes it look more insane.
Yeah, like the boss flying in and him extending his staff and beating him down.
That is awesome. I've watched that like probably every time I watch the trailer, I back it up to watch it again.
Yeah, dude, it looks fantastic. And one thing that was kind of cool for I think both of us to kind of see it because if you listen to the show, we have very openly stated this. We are not Soulsborne players. All right, we're not.
100% not.
He's better than me because he'll at least go to the grindstone and really beat his head 47 million times to get something. I'm just like, I'm good. One plus is the game is not going to be as difficult as Soulsborne games, they said, which I was happy to hear that because I'm a bitch. I can't play Soulsborne games. So that's cool.
The thing is, as long as it's fun, I can I'll sit there for hours.
Right.
As long as I'm enjoying playing it, doesn't matter if I'm dying 100 times to a boss.
Yeah.
Over and over again. As long as I'm enjoying the combat and enjoying that aspect of it, I'll sit there and grind it out all day.
Right. I did also see where they're going to have, like, what was it? Over 160 types of different enemies and over 80 bosses. Multiple endings and New Game Plus will be available at launch, which love that. I'm not a fan of this new directive we've been in the past couple years, whatever, where games will not...
You got to wait 6 months for New Game Plus.
So stupid. Like, you know, I'm looking forward to this game having everything at release. You know, if they're going to do maybe some DLC, whatever, that's cool. But just everything at release, complete game, here for it.
You know what would be crazy is, I mean, granted, we don't know exactly everything that's coming with the game right now.
True.
But imagine in the year 2024.
Yep.
A game that has just been worked on quietly. We get some trailers. It's like we get gameplay trailer, we get update trailers leading up to it. We get a release date, like within a year of it going to be coming out. It's going to come out, and then we're going to have a complete full game with all the features that we want, or hopefully all the features that we want and expect. And we're going to have a complete game that isn't just like pay for or wait 6 months for New Game Plus. You'll get an update in a couple weeks to get these features that should have been there initially. We could just get an actual game release in 2024.
Game of the year. That automatically makes a game of the year, in my opinion.
It's one of those where it's like, the fact that we have to praise a game for potentially doing that is crazy.
Yeah. One thing that you were mentioning to me before we started is just like the possibility of like this game has the potential to like overtake like Elden Ring in terms of popularity for this genre. You know, like let's expand upon that a little bit for the sake of the show. I mean, because the fact that what you're saying is true, where we could get a game that's complete, incredible combat, you know, an easier foothold to get into the game if it's going to be easier than Soulsborne's games, whatever. Like, I think that's quite of a strong possibility that this game could like reach Elden Ring like level hype.
Well, the other thing is, we're still at the stages where this game is still unknown.
Yeah, facts.
It's
not many people are talking about it.
This is going to be a game where it's like Elden Ring had all the press behind it. It had been hyped up for years. We finally got some information on it, and then it released and it blew up. This is one of those that's just quietly been cooking in the background, and I think as we get closer to release, I think the trailers are going to start getting picked up.
Yep.
And it's just going to hit right beforehand. And yeah, I think people will look at it and initially go, "Oh, this reminds me of Elden Ring. I'm gonna play it." But then it could very quickly just explode from there.
Right. And to kind of follow up on like we're in the unknown period, like, okay, so my the Gamestetic Twitter account, I'm never gonna call it fucking X, the Gamestetic Twitter account, right? The only accounts that I follow are like all official accounts or news accounts to get all the news for the show, right? So I am following 316 accounts for news stuff. When that trailer dropped, I saw 2 accounts that I follow that will post all general like video game news, post the trailer. And the funny thing is, one of the 2 people that I follow, like he usually gets pretty solid interaction, you know, on all of his like videos and stuff like that, you know, or tweets and shit. Low interaction on that one for the first like few hours.
That's because people don't know what it is.
Exactly. So like you're 100% right. We are in the unknown period still, but like give it Summer Game Fest where I expect another trailer there. Like I expect something there.
We're gonna get like a boss fight.
Yeah,
trailer.
we're gonna get something. Like, dude, we're getting closer and closer where it's like the hype is gonna really take off. Especially because like I'm gonna fact check this. I don't think there's a whole lot popping off in August. So it's gonna take a nice slot there. Let me fact check that.
The other problem is, or this is kind of where I'm looking at it right now. There are 2 types of people when it like in my mind right now when it comes to Black Myth Wukong. There are the people that are excited for it and the people that don't know about it yet.
Facts.
Because anybody that's looked at that has looked at or played or seen like Souls-like games and stuff like that, you watch it. It may not necessarily come across in the trailers, although the trailers show a damn good amount for us. But then we have 20-minute gameplay trailers with boss fights in it. At this point, we've been watching these little updates come out for years, and there's enough of these updates. And I think it was either earlier this year or the end of last year, we got that 20-minute gameplay trailer that had like crazy boss fights and stuff in it. That's what people need to go watch.
Facts.
That one right there would get anybody excited for the game.
Facts. Yeah, and in terms of its release, like there is a notable title coming out that month, but at the same time, it's just like that title's got a lot of like already controversy around it and kind of backlash, and that's Star Wars Outlaws on the 30th. You know, this game comes out the 20th, so it's just like
that. I think
who gives a shit?
I think a lot of people are writing that game off already.
Yeah, like we're already writing off Outlaws. Plus, it's Ubisoft, so who cares? Right?
That's why it's getting written off. It's because of Ubisoft.
Basically. So it's like it's coming out in a phenomenal window, right? Where it's just like it can really take the world by storm. And you adjust your camera again. Like I cannot tell you the excitement for the game that I have, and I'm just hoping and praying there's going to be a sweet collector's edition. Because I want it.
Oh, it'll be one of the few collector's editions I buy.
Yeah, like I want it. I want it with like a nice Wukong statue and stuff. Like that'd be awesome. Like, dude, the fact that we went on, we're 24 minutes into the show on a 1:30 trailer tells you our excitement for this game.
I mean, the trailer is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, not technically 24 minutes into the show. That's just my actual recording. But you get the point. We're like 20 minutes into the show, 10 minutes into the show, 15, whatever.
We're coming up. We're a few months out from release at this point, and we've been waiting on this for over 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long wait, but it's going to be worth it. Here in, let me give you the exact days from this show. In 87 days. That's wild. That is wild. 87 days to the release, man.
Man, the show when that game comes out, it's gonna be. We're either gonna be like coming in real excited to talk about it, or we're gonna come in real beat down because we suck.
Or both. That's actually probably that. So it's probably you're going to be really excited. I'm going to be over here like, dude, I have got my ass kicked 74 times on the first boss.
I'll come in and I'll be like, dude, this game's awesome, but I'm bad.
Man, I can't wait, dude. You're gonna take some days off work for it, aren't you?
Maybe.
I'm thinking about it because I don't have like any big vacation plan for this year. So I'm thinking about it. Let's see. That's the 20th.
That scared the shit out of me.
So that's a Tuesday. Yeah.
You're wrong, John. There's more than 2 kinds of people. Because there's me, a third person. I give no fucks.
Well, we do, damn it.
Exactly. That's why I'm glad y'all gotten this out of the way, so I don't have to listen to it again.
Wow.
That's why we started with it.
Exactly.
No, it's gonna be great, dude. I'm probably gonna take some days off work for it.
That does look nice.
Yeah, let's see if these one is sick. Zach, how are you, man?
I'm good.
Good. Welcome to the show. To the show. Yeah, Black Myth Wukong, though, looks fantastic. Don't listen to his opinion. His opinion's wrong.
I don't have an opinion because I don't care.
Yeah, he is ambivalent towards it.
What he says does not matter.
Again, because I don't care.
Yeah. He can...
I don't know why you're throwing shade over here. I don't care.
Yeah. He's not the people we're fighting against. He's the one that's gonna just let us do our thing.
Basically,
we'll come in for that show, and he's just gonna be sitting over there. You might as well bring your Switch or something for the first hour.
Yeah, or if you need to take if you want to take the show off, man, feel free.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
because it's August.
Yeah, it's August. Yeah, 87 days away till the game releases, man. And like I said, I hope there's gonna be a collector's edition. I really do. Like, because that's one that I want 100% pick up. Get a nice Wukong statue, nice steelbook, whatever. Like, let's go, baby. I did notice there is a steelbook you can buy online right now from some shop. I don't know where, but it's like $50, which I'm just like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, there's a steelbook you can buy. I don't know if it's like official or just. I don't know.
I would assume that's like
I don't know.
a non-official steel.
I don't know. I obviously I haven't bought it, but I saw it. And I'm just like, is this because I was trying to find out if there was any information on a collector's edition, and that's something again. Hopefully, we find out like next month with all the showcases and stuff dropping. But either way, Black Myth Wukong though, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
That 1 minute and like 38-second trailer carried the show for 20 minutes.
If you haven't seen anything on it, go look up the gameplay trailers.
Facts. All right, let's shout out one of our sponsors, and we can hop on over. Let's shout out Rogue Energy. Use the referral link down below, promo code SPARKY3 to get 10% off your order. You can check out the hydration line like Dragon Fruit Mango, the Chill line with Strawberry Hibiscus, or the Energy line like with Rocket Pop, Strawberry Kiwi, Grape Popsicle, and more. And you can also get the cans like Black Cherry Lemonade, which is fantastic. You don't have to use our promo code. I think they probably have some great Memorial Day sale going on right now, but you at least use the referral link, and you're still going to be helping us out.
I think it's 50% off tubs.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah, it's 50% off tubs. So order in quantities of 2, 4, 6, 8, and get half of it off.
Yeah, and there you go. Hey, look, that's fine. Use that shit. Just use our referral link, and you helping us out. That's all that matters.
I said, you want some?
No.
What you got over there?
I was just seeing if he wanted some
Thank you, though.
flavoring.
Yeah, okay. Zach, you want to talk about XDefiant? I don't know how much you've played, but
4 days worth.
Oh, okay. You're getting some time into it. I saw where it like really exploded with like player count and shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
I saw like a lot of like videos of like the hitbox was kind of fucked up and they're patching that. And then I saw people calling the game already dead because it's like I think their verdict of it being dead was using Twitch and Warzone having like 72K viewers and XDefiant already dropped below it at like 60K. So they were like, oh my God, it's dead already. It's a dead game. And I'm just like, I mean, it didn't have a hard drop, so I don't know if I'd call that a dead game.
I mean,
but
I didn't realize that was a metric.
that's
Also-
the metric people definitely use, which is stupid, but they use
Weird
that.
to compare it to
Warzone.
like
Yeah.
the flag bearer.
Trust me, I get it. I think it's stupid, but that was the conversation I saw this week.
So a
but
BR versus a shooter?
basically, yep.
Okay, I'm gonna try to lead you into this because I don't. What is XDefiant?
So XDefiant, as I would best describe it, is a faction FPS. And I say faction because there's 5 factions as the game releases. Each faction has 3 characters in it, but each character is just cosmetic because you choose one of 2 faction abilities. They all share the same ult based on your faction. You have a passive based on the faction. So it's teams of 6. There's currently 5 game modes. And more or less, they're all objective based. You have Escort, which best way to describe it would be Overwatch. You have a dog drone that you escort from one end of the map to the other, or you keep it from moving from one end to the other. 2 rounds, 10 minutes at most. Well, I say that. Probably 15 minutes at most, give or take. So there's Escort. There's I can't remember what they call it, but more or less it's point control. Same concept as Escort, just instead of escorting the dog drone, you take points. When you capture the first 2 sets of points, more of the map opens up. Capture next 2, map opens up for the final point. Each 6-man team takes a turn attacking the points and defending the points. Whichever team either captures the most or in the quickest time wins. Same thing with the Escort. Whoever pushes further or completes it faster wins. Then you have Occupy, which is more or less King of the Hill rules. Zone spawns for a minute. You get points if you're in the zone. Then it moves. Classic Domination, 3 points on the map. You control points. You capture points to gain a score. And then Hot Shots, which is just kill confirmed, with a spin in which once you get so many confirms of the pickup, you become a hot shot, and now all your confirmed pickups are like double points, and you become faster.
You said that one was like kill confirmed.
It's kill confirmed.
Okay, I like kill confirmed. Kill confirmed's fun.
Is it a random? Is it like a lottery game mode, or do you actually get to pick which one you play?
There's playlists. So you have the initial newbie playlist, which is for ranks 1 through 25, which is just Escort, Occupy, Domination. or you can open up all playlists, which is open to you at the beginning, and you can choose one specifically for the game mode, or you can create your own that searches for the specific game mode you want to play.
That's what I was wondering if it had, because I always prefer when it gives you the option to go, I want to play these 3, not these 2.
Yes, you can most definitely do that and create your own playlist. And I mean, overall, I've been playing it consistently. It's been very fun for me. Props to Ubisoft. There is a battle pass and there is a cosmetic store, but it is solely cosmetic. Everything, all the weapons, characters, and factions can be unlocked just through gameplay. The only faction that's locked is initially DedSec, and you either have to farm 700,000 XP, which I'm halfway there after 4 days of play, and that's with only 1 day of long play. And or you can pay $10 to unlock them immediately.
And you say the factions give you, whichever faction you play, is that cosmetic or is that like ability?
Ability. So each faction has 5 abilities. No, they're not. 4 abilities. 2 active abilities, which you choose one, which you can swap out at any time during a match. You can, like, anytime during a match, you can change your loadout or change your faction you're playing as. Current factions are Cleaners from the Division, Phantoms from Ghost Recon. I assume they're from Point Break, but I could be wrong. I didn't play that one. Libertad, which is the Far Cry 6 crew. The DedSec from Watch Dogs 2. And very specifically, Watch Dogs 2 is what they're designed like. And then Echelon, Splinter Cell. And which
It's pretty cool that it's based off all their other properties.
in which each faction sort of has a very significant role in terms of like team comp if you really want to mess with it. Cleaners I consider as your assaults because all their abilities are very focused on killing. You got their passive, which makes all their bullets incendiary, so they cause fire damage, but the downside is their weapons don't shoot as far. Their ultimate is they get a flamethrower and they just burn everybody. And then their 2 active abilities is an incendiary drone that you toss forward, leaving napalm behind it and exploding at the end of its reach. And then a firebomb for the longest time, which I didn't realize was just a Molotov, because half the people who use it just charge into the room, throw it on the ground, and explodes themselves and everyone in there.
Well, yeah, that's the optimal way to use a Molotov.
And the best part about it is it leaves a big old fire zone wherever they throw it. So for the longest time, I thought they were just blowing themselves up because when I read it, I was just like, it says firebomb, so it's a throwable. Because I read all the abilities before going in, but when in game, I went, I never see a cleaner use a firebomb. Where's the firebomb?
No.
They just run in and blow up.
No, it's just a bomb of fire.
I can see you playing it and be like, why are these guys always like committing suicide? What's
Exactly.
happening?
That's exactly what happened. And which is the worst part because I was playing Phantom. They're sort of your tanks, defenders, sort of hold zones. Their passive is they have more health than everyone. Their ultimate is they create a bowl shield around them with a fancy shotgun. So you block all bullets, and if they want to come fight you, they have to come into your bubble with your shotgun.
I got an answer to that. Firebomb.
Exactly. That's exactly what they do. And then their active abilities is a mag shield, which shoots out a projectile in front of you, and it creates a sort of slightly dome in front of you, which your bullets and allies' bullets go through, no enemy bullets come through. And then my personal favorite, the Blitz shield. I literally just pull out a shield and run at people. Which is very entertaining because nobody runs Blitz shield, so nobody knows what the fuck to do against it. Except for the few cleaners who do know how to do it, and they just go, fireball!
I was gonna say everything you've said, I could tell who, like, what I would play as just based off the brief descriptions. I'm like, I'm group firebomb or fucking like whatever it was, the sentry you throw out that creates the fire behind it. 100%. It's like I see that and I go, I'm always playing that. I have a solution to everything.
I was looking at it, I was like, John would play a cleaner.
Yeah. There's a one answer to everything. It's fireball.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, pull out the flamethrower.
Just fire. Just use fire.
Yes. Libertad is the healers, but healing in that game is really weird right now because, as you mentioned, the hitboxes are really wonky.
I've seen video. It's bad.
Yeah. So more or less, if you get in a gunfight, you either win or you're dead. And even if you win, you're probably dead because you got 20 or less health.
Right. Okay.
But they're your healers, so they have an AoE heal, which is just immediately around them, or they have a deployable heal, which heals in a specific area until it's destroyed or time expires. Their ultimate is just a field of heal that gives everyone in it 2 life bars, making their health double, and constantly regen, making anyone in the goddamn near impossible to kill. And then their passive is just they proc everybody's health regen quicker when they're around. Which makes healing even harder, because when you try and run up to people to heal them, by that time their health regen's kicked in, and you're like, fuck! Then Echelon are recon and espionage. They have a invisible ghillie suit, which if they're standing still and they have that activate, you're not seeing them. Unless you're just really paying attention, you're not seeing them.
Right.
And then a sonar beacon, which just pings off from wherever they're standing and lights everyone up through the walls for you and your team. And then their ultimate which is weird, it's vision goggles, which gives them Widowmaker vision. So they see everyone through walls. Okay. And it specifically says you get Sam Fisher's pistol, and more or less, from what I've seen, that's golden gun. So you get vision plus golden gun.
Nice.
Anytime I see the goggle go, I'm like, yeah, I'm doping. Because you can see where it pulses from originally. I was like, yeah, no, I'm gone.
Yeah, fair.
And then DeadSec, which is sort of your disruptors. I haven't seen a whole lot of DeadSec because, as I said, it's behind either a $10 paywall or 700,000 XP, which, as I said, I'm halfway to that, completing that, and I'm at rank 25. And as far as I can tell, your highest rank is 50. But they're your disruptors. Their 2 abilities consist of, they throw out a spider drone that searches for enemies and latches onto their face. Just full on, all you see is spider drone on your screen and being invisible. And then they have a hack which they can take control of any deployables. So like the Phantom Shield, Cleaner's Incendiary Drone, Libertad's Healing Zone, and I don't think they can take anything at Echelons, but more or less they can just be, oh, you got that? Mine. And now it's their teams. And again, I don't know, haven't seen many DeadSec. I don't remember what their ultimate is.
Let me ask you a question on this. So like, you're enjoying it, right? But like and I've seen some pretty solid conversation around it besides the hitbox, which that's a fair criticism. Is this a game that has the potential to stick around, or is this the flavor of the month? Like, well, what is this? Because in a PvP shooter space, or it's third or first person, we can both agree, especially in the free to play, it's a crowded space.
Yes.
So is this the flavor of the month, or is this something that has the ability to stick around for a bit?
It is currently flavor of the month because it is a first person shooter with its own sort of spin. My only thing with it that I feel like is sort of selling it for me is just that it's objective based.
That's fair. That's fair. I like objective based stuff too.
Most shooters that come out are either BR or just simple team deathmatch, things like that. Very just ground based shooters. I mean, my biggest thing with this is that it does have the escort mode, which is unique in its own way because very few, I feel like, FPS have sort of that mode. I mean, there's a lot of hero shooters that do it.
Yeah.
But strict FPS, not so much. So it is a little bit different. My big sell for it is how are they going to integrate new factions and then more game modes.
Okay, and that could potentially kind of sway the narrative if it's flavor of the month or something that can stick around a lot longer.
Yeah, because I mean, with the bit of like people I heard using mics in game, a lot of them were just like, "Yeah, this may be my Black Ops until Black Ops comes out."
Yeah,
it's I haven't played it, but it sounds like it's a great intermediary game.
It very much is.
I don't think I have a feeling it's not going to be people's like, yeah, this is what I'm going to play all the time. But at least it sounds like it's probably a good like, I'm tired of playing Warzone for the night or something. I'm going to go hop on XDefiant or something like that.
It very much is. So I feel like it does have a longevity, just being able to be one of those games that are out that people like go back to here periodically because, and I call it a faction shooter, but initially when I was playing, I was calling it in my head an arcade shooter.
Okay.
Because I mean, you can just create a playlist as with just the mode you want to play, and I mean, matchmaking's fairly quick right now. And most matches, I don't think I've had a match last longer than 15 minutes. So they're fairly quick, bite-sized matches. I mean, and a lot of times it's even quicker than 10 minutes just because currently how it's set up, it's usually fairly dominant on one side or the other. You're either on the team that's going to pub stomp everyone or you're on the team that's getting pub stomped.
So it hadn't been really competitive so far.
No, I have had very few very competitive like match-made games.
Okay.
So I could very see people rage quitting if they're constantly getting on teams that.
Why is that? Do you think it's like just people adjusting to the game, the hitbox problem? Like what is it?
I think it's a mix right now.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, because like obviously, you want to go into these games and kick ass. That's obvious. I think we can all agree on that. But at the same time, I would like to have some competitive games too.
In which I saw it in some of the like games I've been playing because like it is a shooter, but it does have its tacticalness to it because I very much enjoy the maps. Every single map I absolutely love.
Okay.
Just because, especially the longer form maps, because they have a good spread of close quarters plus long range for the set of weapons because you have your generic assault rifle, SMG, LMG, marksman rifle, sniper rifle, and shotgun. Double barrel shotgun with shield is amazing. So I do enjoy how the maps are laid out because it does allow for versatility without whatever loadout you want to do. Some of the smaller objective maps, which is like the Occupy, Domination, whatnot, is a very much cluster and open because there is not a moment or a spot in any of those maps where I'm just like, I'm safe here. I always have the fear, regardless where I'm on that map, even in my spawn point, I was like, there's probably a guy behind me about to shoot me in the ass. Because almost guaranteed, I was like, all right, I got to kill. Guaranteed.
Right.
And like, as I said, the longer form maps have a very good map design in which there's a solid mix of close quarters plus long range capability throughout the entire map of all three zones from beginning to end, which allows for a nice versatility and use of abilities. If you're creative, and like in the games where I was on dominant teams, there was a very hard tell because I saw people, we were doing full clears of the map during Occupy. Like there'd be one or two people on the drones who would move forward. Everyone else were on the wings just going corner, 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 corner. Versus the teams when I lost, that people were just charging in, getting gunned down. I was like, okay, game's over.
Okay. So overall, how long is this going to be? Just your flavor of the month? Like, I mean, like how long you see yourself playing this?
I mean, I'll probably stick with it for a little bit because I mean, I'm jumping between it and Tekken 8 right now because I still got my Tekken 8 fix. So
also makes it nice where it's just a free to play game. You know, just hop in, try it out. I also saw, which this I think is also, I personally think this is the W. I saw someone talk about how the download size is not that big.
Oh yeah, no, it's insignificant.
Yeah, like I was just like, all right. That's a win for this game. Is like the download side. I don't want to put numbers out there, but I know like that. I saw an article about it where it's just like it's a very small download size compared to other.
It's
FPS.
insanely small.
I don't remember what it was, but compared to other games in the genre, it's small.
I mean, for Xbox, it's 28 gigs.
Yeah, it was. I knew it was something low. I was thinking like 30ish is what I thought it was. So I mean that's small.
So it barely took an hour for it to download.
Yeah. So that's also a nice entry point for the game, just being free to play, small download size, whatever. I gotta say, I really like the faction stuff about how it's all based on their IPs. Like that's cool.
Yeah, and I mean, the game does sort of have its. It has challenges to sort of promote you to do different playstyles, like because you only start out with basic loadouts and you unlock everything, guns, characters, and everything by just doing objectives, which gun based in. All the characters, you start with one character in each faction, and you unlock the other two through ability use. So it forces you to learn how to use the abilities, which, as far as I'm the only one who plays Rhino and Phantoms, because to get them, you have to get 25 shield kills. And that shield is mean, man. It does 50 on punch.
See, I would love to play with the shield. Shield sounds fun.
It is fun because no one knows what to do with it unless they're a cleaner. So I literally just shield.
Man, there was nothing like trolling with a riot shield back in the day on COD. That was great.
Shields are cool and all, but firebomb.
I mean, Firebomb's pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
The answer to everything
Some
is
of the other
Firebomb.
stuff you mentioned, I was like, yeah, that sounds cool, but
Firebomb.
fire.
I mean, I unlocked everyone on Phantom, and now I'm currently unlocking everyone on Cleaner. So
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I might go in and download this game when we're done. You know what? I'm downloading it right now.
I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's a good time. If you got nothing else going on, it's a very good time killer.
As long as my... Oh, actually, no. I don't think I can. I lost power. So I think I lost power from the storms last night. So I think I have to like reconnect my Xbox
Oof.
To do remote. So I don't think I can. I don't think I can download it from here, unfortunately. Let me see if I can. Because you've got me interested. Oh, Davin downloaded it too. Shout out to Dav.
Hey,
Shout out
Dave.
to Dav. Let me install it to this console. Is it going to work? Awesome. It's downloading. All right. I got that thing
And
on
I'll be
download.
honest. I mean, if whoever's working on it at Ubisoft, they have plenty of to work with for like factions. Because like legitimately, with the 5 factions from the 5 games they've already chosen, they can literally just pull dozens of more factions in from just those games alone.
Right.
Like each Far Cry literally has 2 sides of either the villain side plus whatever hero side you're on. Ghost Recon has so many Ghost Recon games from
Right.
back in the 90s. They can literally pull from anything. They could literally use Siege. They could pull characters from Siege to throw in this if they really wanted to get weird with it. And if they want to get really weird with it, I was thinking the other day, I was like, Ubisoft has a lot of IPs that they can do with it. I mean, if they want to keep it modernized, they could do like a modern crew Assassin's Creed, or they can be real weird and throw Rayman in there.
Oh, that'd be awesome. that would really throw it out. Throw it for a curveball.
I mean, I don't think they would throw Rayman in there, but I mean, they have the option.
Also, I don't know why this popped in my head with all this conversation, but did you also see, from all the stuff they can pull from? Did you guys see the Division Heartland was canceled? Did you guys see that?
Nope.
Yeah, Ubisoft pulled the plug on it.
That's rough.
Yeah, so unfortunate on that. No, I mean, XDefiant actually sounds pretty sick. I kind of stayed away from a lot of the conversation around it. Waiting for you because just to put it in perspective for the listeners. All right, it's pretty rare for one of these guys to shoot in the Discord, add this to the script. So as soon as I saw that, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, usually when I have a topic I want to talk about, it's very well known in advance.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. So I kind of stayed away from a lot of the news. I mean, the hitbox thing kind of filtered into my timeline.
Yeah.
That was about the only thing, which I saw that they're working on patching that out, but it actually sounds like a pretty solid game. Yeah. So I got to download it. I think I'm going to try it tonight.
Alternatively, for me, I've seen nothing.
Well, see, there you go. There you go. You can go in completely blind. Yeah, I think I got it
I mean,
down.
I didn't even realize it had released. The only reason I even knew it was a thing is because, one, I was messing with streamer stuff, and I just happened to see one of the VTuber streamers I watch her playing, and I went, "Oh yeah, Ubisoft's squad shooter thing." And then I launched my Xbox, and it was just right there, and I was like, "Oh, it released." Sure, why not?
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Zach is the ultimate, yeah, sure, I'll try it. We talked about this last week, whatever. Zach is always ready to try pretty much anything, just to give it a shot. You never know. Could find a new favorite game. But no, it actually sounds really cool. Like I said, I got to download it. I'm going to try it later tonight. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. Anything else that you want to shout out about it? Feel good about it?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's currently in preseason. That's going to last for about a month and some days.
Right. I think, yeah, I saw that too. I saw that too on my timeline. So
I still give props for Ubisoft that it's just all cosmetic stuff related for microtransactions, and everything else is unlockable just through game expansion. So
I want the record to be known right now with both you boys. I will not turn this game on and go immediately to the store. I just want to get that established right now. I know you guys gave me shit about that a couple weeks ago. I will not do that for this game. I promise I will not go straight to the store. I will go into the game, not
I mean,
the store.
even if you do, there's not much there. So
It is nice that Ubisoft can release a game that they're not just trying to monetize out the ass.
yeah,
Facts, because that is the standard. I also saw with that where I think I don't remember what the exact details were, but I think Assassin's Creed Shadows had the
It
same
has
thing.
the same problem that Outlaws has.
Yeah, where
Seriously?
it's got like DLC ready day one basically, and it's just like that pisses me off.
Well, it's like it's that like there's missions locked behind pre-order.
Yeah,
Like there's
So
if
so it's
the-
literally the scummy thing again of DLC that's already on the disc you own. You just can't access it.
yeah,
Facts.
that, and there's additional skill points, cosmetics, and stuff that are locked behind it. I think it's just a few cosmetics and 5 skill points are locked behind an Ultimate Edition that is $60 more than the base price in the game.
Yep. Ubisoft pisses me off. That's why I'm shocked to hear such positivity out of one of their games. But God, they make me mad.
They gotta do one decent every now and then.
Yeah, true.
But it's very funny because it's very obvious that not many people spend money on XDefiant because I see one every like 6 games that someone has a cash item. I was like, okay.
You know, in terms also of like Ubisoft and their games and stuff, I saw this and I thought it was funny. With Skull and Bones next season, the game's going to be free to play for like a week. And I'm just like, yeah, I imagine that quadruple A game needs to go free to play because no one's fucking playing
They lost
it.
90% of their player base.
Yeah, like of course it's going to go free to play, trying to get someone to come play this quadruple A game.
I forgot that came out.
Yeah, it's about to be free to play for the start of the new season, so you can give it a shot. I actually might try it just to see how bad it is.
I'm gonna need to know that date.
All right, I'll get the date for you. I saw it on Twitter earlier, so I'll get the date and I'll let you know so you can try it out.
I'll give it a go.
All right, let's shout out our other sponsor, Agent Inc. You can use the referral link down below and pick up some merch. We got one of our 2 hats, plus all of the jerseys, the Sparky 3, the ATFS, Gamesthetic, and the AniMan Plus. And we would appreciate that extra support because that is some sick-ass merch that you should definitely pick up with that referral link down below. You can also pick up some merch at sparky3shop.com, so shout out to that. All right, John, I know you've been playing some Esports Godfather. I don't know if you picked it up yet because you've been busy with XDefiant.
Yeah, I've been busy
Yeah,
with
but I
other
know-
stuff as well.
I added it to my wish list and I saw that you hadn't owned it yet.
What is the price point of it?
It's like
On
sale.
It's
like
on sale for
$17, isn't it?
$17.99.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's base price like
20?
24 bucks.
Yeah. So how you been enjoying some Esports Godfather, owning the lanes?
Right, it finally came out, and man, it's just fun.
Is the opening still pretty much the same?
The opening is the exact same.
Okay.
A lot of the stuff in the previous demos and that were like there was untranslated stuff. That's all finished now.
Thank God.
Like when you're playing through, because I'm entering playoffs right now.
For League 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've qualified. I've played through, and I'm entering playoffs now.
Okay.
And there's way more times where there was like rule changes and champions added that I during this
Main
like
season.
the main season than I remembered.
That's good. I'm happy.
And there's like way more champions that I hadn't seen before.
Oh, I had looked into it. You could actually see the roster of what was actually coming out. We just had a very small pool they allowed access to.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff that like for certain characters that I enjoyed playing. I've also tried to play like a lot more variety
Yeah.
than I have before.
Not true.
Instead of just playing my 40 round pup stomp.
Your one
Team
trick
that I
assassin.
I'm
it works,
using
it
him, but I'm
works.
swapping off to someone else. I used him for a little bit, but I'm swapping off of him now. But I found a support that is fucking perfect for him. So the Esports Godfather, it's part card game, part management sim. Very fun. There's been some different cards and stuff too that I'm using that I hadn't used before or seen. It's been pretty fun. There's more difficulty options now,
Oh, yay.
so it's been interesting seeing some of the decisions that the AI uses.
Did you do a higher difficulty?
I don't remember what I'm on, but I bumped it up pretty. I think there's like 5 difficulty options or like 5 levels or something, and I bumped it up pretty good.
Okay.
Because you can pick. I think you can pick difficulty options for how the AI like how the AI plays, and then there's another difficulty option. I don't
Okay.
remember what it's for, but I bumped them both up because I was like, I've played the demo quite a bit and just like stomped my way through it multiple times. Let's bump the difficulty up and see how it works. A lot more aggressive.
Oh, that's
They,
good.
they get, as the difficulty goes up, the way they play is a lot more aggressive. But one of the fun parts has been like all the new champions that I've seen, and I'm just adding them all to my. It's like every time I see a bunch of new champions, I just retrain or like expand my team's hero pools to be able to try them out in that, and it has been really fun because at the end of the day, I've got like a core group of heroes that I could use that I know works, but as I'm getting further and further in and more champions are being added to the game or in the playthrough I'm doing, I don't think that playstyle would last.
Really?
I don't think it would last because there's just so much more variety and so much more, like so many more abilities, and some of the champion stuff that I've seen so far gets kind of crazy with some of the stuff they can do. It would, I think it would kind of nullify some of the rush down strategies that I've gone for. There's a support, works great with Mo, by the way. Mo's the assassin that gains the damage for bounties claimed, where you can add additional bounty, and you can add additional bounty to enemies and increase the amount of damage they take until the next fight. But that character's like passive ability as well is when a hero would die, or like when an allied hero would die, like just make them like survive on 1 hit point until the end of that action. So then they just stay alive, and if they're not targeted again, they're still there and can fight.
Nice.
Several characters like that I've seen. There's characters that have a lot. I've definitely noticed some of the champions are better like in the actual combat fights, and less powerful as like their cards that they can play.
Yeah.
And some characters are pretty good in fights, but their card power is fucking massive. But I've been having fun. I've been having fun doing that. I'm trying to play as many new characters as I can, and kind of play in different styles, because in all the demos I just played a heavy rush down offensive focused team. I'm kind of spreading it around. I'm playing slower paced games. I'll still usually have like one person on my team. I'm like, you're going to be the MVP this game, and just give them like a character where I'm like, or a champion where I'm like, yeah, you're gonna be the, if all else fails, you're here.
Hey, Justice.
But yeah, it's been fun, and yeah, I would suggest that if you do pick the game up, definitely bump the difficulty. The AI gets way more aggressive. And
Okay.
it's way more interesting. I haven't lost a match yet. There's been a couple where probably should have, but because you know, like when you break into their base is when you start getting the close out the game card.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't discard that anymore. If it would be discarded, it just stays in your hand now.
I thought it always just stayed in your hand.
It used to discard
Did it?
in the earlier iterations of the demo.
I guess I don't remember that.
But there will be times where, like, the second that card becomes available for the enemy, they'll just use it. They'll just coin flip the game. Because that's the final fight of the game, regardless of what turn
Regardless
order
of
you're
how
on.
it goes.
But yeah, I've definitely seen the AI just coin flip it.
That's funny.
And then, but yeah, I'm still excited. I want to see a lot of the new rules, like the next after playoffs. I want to see a lot of the rule changes, and I want to see all the champions added to it. Because
I'm more curious to see how League One changes it.
yeah, that'll be interesting. I'll probably know that tomorrow, because I didn't get to play it as much yesterday because I ended up getting busy for a decent amount of the day. But I got 2 playoffs today, so I'm gonna see how playoffs works out. There's a lot more interaction on like the management side of it too.
Okay, cool.
So when you actually get into like the series and qualify, after the games you get, or after every game you have like an interview period where based on your answers, I mean, it pretty much tells you exactly what you'll get for each answer. You can either get like stat increases for certain people on your team, or you can answer it to give them followers, answer it to get more like training points and stuff like that.
Okay.
So there's a little more interaction for like the management side of it, which I'm kind of glad to see because it was kind of bare bones before. Still kind of bare bones where I'm at, but there's a little more interaction there. But yeah, I'm having a blast with it.
When are you going to pick it up?
Probably next week.
That's fair. That's fair. Is that where you're going to play for the rest of the night? You going to enjoy it for your long weekend?
Probably. Because I've been like, if I'm actively playing it, I'm usually playing like RuneScape on a second monitor. But yeah, I'll probably play some more of it tonight. Try to get through the playoffs.
Right. How would you rate the game? I saw that the reviews for the game are really solid right now.
I was gonna say it wholly depends on if you like the gameplay loop or not, if you find it tedious. Buddy of mine, I tried to talk him into playing the demo before, and that was back in the original version of the demo when it told you nothing.
Yeah,
he did not enjoy the game at all.
It was very bare bones.
For me, I really enjoy it. It's like I don't know, like currently probably an 8.5, depending on how the changes for like the next series is or for the next league is. After I get through playoffs, I mean, it'll probably just go up from there.
Right.
Okay. As I unlock more stuff, it's getting more fun. So it's just gonna my rating is only gonna go higher.
Okay, that's fair.
But this is a very niche game.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, it looks cool.
This is one. It's like if you like card battlers, you might enjoy it. If you like kind of strategy games, you could probably find some enjoyment of it. But this is its own brand of like mashing it all together.
Yeah, its own little animal.
Because technically it also slightly has auto battler in there too. So.
Yeah, it's also an auto battle.
There's a lot of things going on here.
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it really is very dependent. I would say if you're interested in the game, kind of just look at the store page. I think the demo is still available, so you can download that. You can download that and at least play through like play-ins and up to playoffs, I think.
I don't know if they updated the demo. Last time I messed with the demo, it was still only through qualifiers.
Yeah, I would assume that even now the demo would only be through there, but you'd get a decent understanding.
Yeah.
You would get the understanding of what the gameplay loop is from the demo.
Yeah.
It's like I would recommend giving it a try. I wouldn't feel bad if anybody tried it and was just like, the fuck's wrong with you? Because this is a weird game.
Right. Yeah. It's its niche genre. But hey, I mean, I saw that it was doing well in reviews. I saw that it was on the on the charts and shit. So shout out to that. I mean, I saw that it's getting people are playing it, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to Esports Godfather.
Super excited the game's finally out. I'm loving it.
Yeah. You guys have anything else that you wanted to chat about? If not, we can start going through the weekly wrap up on everything. Got a few different things in there that are kind of interesting.
I don't think I have anything off the top of my head.
Nada.
All right, we'll start going through stuff then. So yeah, I wanted to shout out. Actually,
Multiverse has announced another character. Jason Voorhees will be joining the roster.
I saw that.
With the release come next Tuesday.
So
both Joker and Jason Voorhees.
I also saw where like one of the devs for Multiverses was bitching about data miners, which fair. Because he was bitching about data miners, where he's just like, man, data miners suck because they're doing a disservice to the community by like telling everyone the next fighter that's coming versus like this really cool reveal that we have planned. It really just takes the wind out of the air out of the room, and I'm just like, I feel you, man.
That's usually what data miners do.
That's just how gaming is, unfortunately.
I mean, on the other side of it, I mean, there's been data mining has been a thing for a long time.
Yeah.
And people have still found out how to trick the data miners and give us some great surprises.
Like Apex Legends with I forget which his name is, but the robot that brings people back to life. Because Apex did a whole like bamboozle because data miners found out the like fourth character that was going to be released. So Respawn fully went into it and went like, they made an entirely new character design from scratch and was like, this is the actual new character. That other character will come, but it's not this one at this time. Did a whole storyline, did trailers and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. Because then it was like when they did the announcement trailer, it was from the one everybody thought it was going to be. Yes. And he just walked up and shot him.
No, he didn't even just shot him. He straight up stabs him.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't remember if it was stab or
yeah,
shoot.
because like it was a full bamboozle because it was like a good week of
Yeah,
this is our new character. Here's all their abilities and whatnot. And I was just like, damn, we were really hoping for that other one. But I mean, I guess we'll mess with them. And everyone was on board. Was like, okay, then we got this guy going. And then that trailer release and just straight up murders him. And everyone was like, oh shit, we just got played.
That's 10 out of 10 shot to Respawn, man.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like I'm kind of on the side of like data mining is there. I mean, people are going to do it. I prefer to be surprised with some stuff. Like I prefer like announcements and getting excited when I see it for the first time. But it's also one of those where it's going to happen. So you can either roll with it and try to have some fun with it or try to surprise people.
Yeah.
And like put some stuff in there to make people think they're going to get something and then just throw something out of left field.
Right. It's tough because we're in this day and age of where it's just a lot of players are just, impatient when it comes to wanting to see something of,
more content.
Yeah, more content of a game that's been announced. Good examples, all the stuff that happened with Insomniac and seeing all the stuff for Wolverine come out, and it's just like, let Insomniac cook, let them do their thing. But, it's just how it is. We're in the day and age where a lot of people are impatient. And I'm totally guilty of it. I'm impatient about stuff, too. I mean, I get it, But that's just the day and age we're in. So that's where data miners come in, and either ruin it or make people's day. One of the two. Or both. Actually, both. Both. Yes. It ruins people's days as well as makes their day. It depends on who you are and the game developers. But, I mean, I get it. People grow impatient. They want to see something after they've been waiting for so long. So, all right, let's start running through the weekly wrap up. I just wanted to shout out this week for games. So we had XDefiant come out, solid reviews across the board. Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door with great reviews across the board. Hellblade 2 had some really solid reviews. I actually downloaded the first Hellblade. I figured I'd finally give these games a shot. Esports Godfather had great reviews, and then System Shock also came out, had great reviews too.
I discovered something that Hellblade did that I didn't know was a thing because I never played it, but apparently it tells you as the player that if you die too many times, it'll delete your game.
Oh, I'm fucked. Oh, man, I'm glad you told me that. Is that real?
I mean, I don't know. I just know it tells the player that.
Hey, don't look into it. Just try it. Just play the game and see what happens.
Oh, God. Man, if my game gets deleted because I die too much, man. Do they have baby difficulties?
I have no idea.
I hope so.
Again, I never played it. This is just something I found out it has.
Oh, man. You know what? If that's real, shout out. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm not even gonna lie. Well, I'm nervous now.
Hey,
that's pretty cool.
Put it this way: if it happens, it's not the game for you.
That's fair. That's fair. That's gonna be a sign to go ahead and uninstall this and move on to the next game. All right. So the new Call of Duty is confirmed to be Black Ops 6. Got the title confirmed there, and it will focus on the Gulf War. Pre-order listings kind of indicate that it's also going to launch on the PS4 and the Xbox One, so that's kind of interesting. I mean, apparently this one's been in development for many years, so I guess they were already kind of developing it for that when we were in that awkward period that we're
Yeah.
now more getting out of, but we're still slightly in that awkward period, but it's not near as bad as it was a couple of years ago.
Am I crazy or does that sound fun?
What, playing it on one of the others?
No, just playing it in general.
I mean, is this going to be the COD that John's
I don't know.
jump into?
I looking at it, and I'm like, man, that sounds kind of fun.
There's always that one random COD that comes
might
out
not-
where
it might
John's
not be-
like, this is it. This is the one.
It might not be that one, but maybe.
Yeah. I don't think you've been hard into a COD since you lived with me.
Yeah,
And that was
Black Ops 4.
Yeah, that was another Black Ops. So it's time for you to step up to the plate
I
with
mean,
Black Ops 6.
is the one that usually draws people back in a lot of times for
It
whatever
is,
reason.
yeah. It is. People get really excited about Black Ops.
Yeah, it was. I played way more of like the normal Call of Duty than I would have expected. I didn't play a lot of like deathmatch in that. They had like other game modes that I played a lot more.
Yeah.
They had like a Counter-Strike type game mode. I played the shit out of that. But yeah, it was mostly Blackout that I bought it for. Played a lot of that, and then got really into the base game as well.
Well, who knows? Maybe this is going to be the COD that pulls you back in for, a random generation of COD, and then you'll put it down for another like 6 or 7 games.
Yeah, probably.
The John cycle. All right, next up. Apparently, we've got a new Doom game on the way. It's going to be announced at the Xbox Game Showcase. It's called Doom: The Dark Ages. I saw a lot of different people that I follow did kind of follow up and say, yeah, that this is a thing. This is happening. And it will also launch on the PS5 as well. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, it's going to be like a medieval spin on Doom. So that's actually really interesting, honestly. No, I'm not a Doom guy, but I acknowledge the fact that that's interesting. So in terms of the Xbox Showcase, I have come across like a rumored list of games to be there, like Doom: The Dark Ages, Gears 6, Gears 1 through 3 Remaster Collection, Indiana Jones: Avowed, State of Decay 3, Perfect Dark, doubt, doubt, Fallout 3 Remaster, Starfield Shattered Space Expansion, and Fable. When I looked at this list and I saw the Fallout 3 Remastered, the first thing that popped in my head is, oh yeah, we're supposed to get like an Oblivion remake or remaster. Where the fuck's that at? I want to know more about that. I totally forgot about it.
You don't realize we're in the Fallout timeline.
We are in the Fallout timeline currently. Speaking of, did you see the Fallout controller on Design Lab?
No.
Nope.
Really nice. I actually really want it. It's pretty sick. You go in a Design Lab with it. And man, I'm telling you, one thing that looks clean with it is make like your joysticks yellow to match with the yellow accents of the Xbox X that they've got for it. It looks really clean. I actually kind of want it, but no, highly big doubt on Perfect Dark. If Perfect Dark's there, that's kudos, props. But overall, I mean, that's a pretty exciting list of games. I mean, Gears.
How would you react if it was actually Perfect Dark and 64 graphics show up on a trailer?
That'd be awesome. I think people would be about that.
I think I would almost be down with that, just knowing that without that, it's probably gonna be a shit show.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I think it's a pretty solid list though for stuff to see. Gears 6, Gears 1 through 3 remastered. That's going to be a big hype.
We've already done that once.
Well, that's time to do it again. Get it on, the series.
I'm pretty sure it is on the series. I'm pretty sure that's where I own it. Was it just maybe it was just a port up at that time?
Yeah, I think it was just a port up.
Okay.
But I mean, Avowed, really interested to see more on that
Port
one.
it again.
No, it's time. It's time for a new one. It's going to be new graphics. It's going to be great. It's going to be 10 out of 10.
Okay.
I'll watch Dom die again.
I don't.
Oh man.
Okay, non-Gears player here. You guys don't need another damn remaster.
Yes, we do.
We don't. I'm
Yes,
with
we
John
do.
on it. We
no,
don't.
we do. We do. I would. We don't. We don't.
You get one of two things. You get a Gears 1 through 3 remaster. Or you get Gears 6.
I take Gears 1 through 3.
You already said you wanted the remaster. You failed.
I mean, the fact that they're doing 1 through 3 again instead of Judgment is just showing how much people dislike Judgment.
Yeah, Judgment multiplayer was okay. I enjoyed the Judgment mode where you got to play as the Locust. Like the little tickers and shit. Like that was fun. I liked playing as a ticker running around blowing people up. But Judgment overall ate ass. Like it was not good. I mean, like, do we need a remaster? No, we don't. I mean, I would only really like invite and love a remaster if it was like similar to like Master Chief Collection where you can play the multiplayer, because I love Gears 2 and 3 multiplayer. It's awesome, so much fun. If it like came back with that and it was like, you know, running well, servers were good, I'd definitely invite it. But I do agree, we don't need it, but it'd be cool. It'd be cool regardless, though. I'm really excited to see more on Avowed, though, especially since that is set to come out apparently this year. Obviously, I'm assuming we'll get the release date there, but also just hoping we actually, you know, like when we talked about our hopes and expectations, like what, 3 or 4 episodes ago, just give us a damn release date for some of these. Like, when is Fable coming out? Give us a window. Is it 2025? You know, is it
Next
summer?
week.
Like, when is the damn game coming out?
You know what? I'd be okay with that. I will say the unfortunate thing is like the list here. It's like I look at it. It's not the most exciting list for me.
Not really, no.
No, not for you guys. No.
This is a thing. Like Xbox Showcase is like, yeah, man. I if this list is like the main list they're gonna roll with, and like we get release dates and everything for that, and we know when it's all coming out. It's gonna be like end of the year for a lot of this stuff. Fine. It's like I won't complain. If this is a showcase where like this is a lot of stuff and there's like a couple things on here that I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. It's like, yeah, I want to know more about that. And then we get no good information on it. I'm just gonna be like, okay, Xbox, you suck.
You see, you may not be excited for this list. Your showcase is gonna be the COD showcase immediately afterwards. That's your showcase.
And yeah, it is.
Now we all know what my favorite showcase of the year typically is.
Summer Game
It
Fest.
is Summer Games Fest, where I get excited about all the little games that no one else is getting excited about.
Which, you know, Zach, I mentioned this to John before we started. Dude, all these summer showcases, man, they snuck up on me. Like, I saw on Twitter, it's like Summer Game Fest in 2 weeks. I'm like, shit, is it really 2 weeks? Like, dude, this whole season of like just slew of showcases and games has really snuck up on me. I've been so busy with work this month because like there's also been reports that we're gonna get a PlayStation showcase here in like the next week or two, because they're about to start their like days of play, I think is what it's called, like the sale, whatever. And they're going to be doing a showcase alongside of it, and it's just like, man, we're in that time, boys. This is peak time for us. It's going to be great. But yeah, Summer Game Fest, very excited for that. Very excited to watch that one. I expect a pretty good show this year. Let's see. Xbox has also greenlit Ninja Theory's next game per reports, so that's good. I know a lot of people are immediately worried, oh my god, Hellblade's going to bomb because it's just on Game Pass, and Ninja Theory is going to get shut down, so good to see they're not going to get shut down, you know, like everyone was assuming they would. Okay, so this next thing, I finally decided to include this because I've seen more and people talk about it. I saw this report like 2 weeks ago, and I ignored it because I thought it was fucking stupid. But I've seen more people talk about it and more stuff come out of it. It's Sony handheld reports and rumors, right? But it's not like the traditional, like, oh, new handheld, it plays new games. No, so apparently Sony has been, per reports and job listings all kind of indicate this, has been working on basically almost like a new PlayStation Vita that will play all PS4 games, but specifically PS4, not PS5. And I just think that's so stupid. But at the same time, I low-key believe this because it's like, Sony's not going to do the obvious thing and make a really cool handheld that allows us to play PS4 and PS5. They're going to do some stupid shit like the Portal, but in this case, it's like a new Vita that only plays the PS4 games.
The problem is they did that with the Vita.
I know. That's where I'm just like, this is so stupid.
And it failed. But you know what would be really cool?
We did it again.
If we got another Vita.
I mean, we've stated it before on the show. The Vita was ahead of its time, and just no one realized it.
The problem is you're like talking about this like it'll play all PS4 games, and I'm over here going, I got a lot of PS4 games.
I mean, I do too.
And you know how nice it would be to play those from like my chair, or like play them at my desk, or play them anywhere. Be awesome.
I mean, I do agree, but it's still just like we're about to be 5 years into the next generation, into the PS5 generation. It's just like I feel like we're going backwards. Like,
I mean, we always go backwards, man.
Like, I don't know. I just think this is so stupid.
This is the whole thing why retro sells, man.
I mean, true. That's true. That's true. I don't know. I just think it's stupid. I think would I buy it? Yes, but I still think it's stupid. Like,
I mean, the problem is they're not going to have a handheld that's going to be able to reliably play PS5
True.
games right now.
true. So
It's
they're
like,
doing next best thing.
so it's like, if you can go back and play like most of your PS4 games, or like
Select PS5s or something.
yeah, or it's like select games and that are available to play on that you can assign like your library and everything to. Yeah, that'll probably sell
Yeah.
because
Sell more than the Portal.
yeah, it's like that'll probably sell because the thing is, wow, it's like yes, a lot of games and stuff you can just download and reinstall and things like that. Games these days are fucking massive. So it's like if you have a little like handheld that you can carry around and play your games on, that'd be perfect.
Right. And that's fair. And that is fair. You know, it just feels like we're going backwards, but, you know, I do get it. PS5 games would be probably tough to run on like a native handheld. That's where like probably the Portal comes into play. It's
Yeah,
like if you want to play your PS5 games, buy the Portal, stream it, whatever. If you want to play like your PS4 collection, buy this Vita 2 or whatever thing call it.
And the
Vita,
thing,
you know, Vita whatever.
the thing is, like we kind of bash the Portal anytime it comes up. But it's because it's not what we wanted, and it's also way too expensive for what it is.
Facts. Facts. Like if it was cheaper, I would have totally bought a Portal.
If it was cheaper, like I said before, like I think because it's like, was it like $250?
I think it's like $250. Yeah.
Yeah, because we were talking like if this thing's more than like $120, it's a waste of money. And it's like, and I was like, yeah, if it's like $150, I'll be mad about it, but I'll buy it. And then it's like that price came out. I was like, I will just never will I.
Right. I agree. I will never buy it either. I'd have to find it on like a nice sale for me to ever really consider it, which who knows if that thing will ever go on sale. Let's see. Next thing, Nintendo will open another Nintendo store in San Fran in 2025. I thought this was pretty cool because it just kind of shows that Nintendo is finally getting around to maybe opening up to do more, stores. We've only had the one in New York for like forever. I was talking to Andy about it yesterday. You know, it's just like, you know, gives hope that maybe it'll be in some other areas. Because like I'm shocked Nintendo doesn't have one in like Seattle. You know, that's where Nintendo of America is. So it's like, why not have one there? It feels like it makes sense to me. I don't think they'd put one in like, you know, let's say like LA or Orlando, because it's like you already have the theme parks. You know what I mean? Like, while it'd be cool to have them there. Like, you already got the theme parks that are coming. But either way, new Nintendo store opening in San Fran, that's pretty cool because it just kind of opens it up maybe to get some more in other areas. The Switch has also become the highest selling game system ever in Japan, passing the DS. So a big shout out to that. Neil Druckmann comments on AI usage in games. I thought this was kind of interesting because I think we mentioned this not long ago about devs wanting it or whatever. He says AI will reduce costs, revolutionize development, and help push the boundaries of storytelling games. But he does comment that there are ethical issues that need to be addressed, and it's crucial to precisely direct these tools to achieve the intended outcomes. The ethical issues is definitely something that would need to be addressed, you know, for sure. Just to like protect devs, protect the teams, you know, and protect the studios. You know, it's one of those things like, you know, I think when we comment on this where it's like, you know, I don't remember who it was. Someone said, I think it was EA CEO or whatever. It's like there's an active hunger, and we were just like, I don't know about that. It's like we're not friends with game devs, nor are we game devs. But I feel like if there's an active hunger, I feel like it's almost setting up your own demise. You know what I mean? Of where it's just like you're going to end up killing your own job position. But, it depends on how you use it. And if you get around these ethical issues, then, yeah, I can see it speeding up games depending on what you use it for. But I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. Next up, Persona 6 placeholder logo was leaked by Midori. Color scheme is green for anyone who gives a shit on that stuff. The last thing I've got here is over 90 videos of Deadlock by Valve has leaked. And so far, Valve has not done anything yet, but you know they're coming. 90 videos is a lot of this new like hero shooter, whatever.
Yep.
That is a lot. That one's a lot. John, did you go see that video that I put up about the hero shooter? The clip from last week's episode. Did you go click that video at all? There was one person that definitely dug into you a little bit, where it's just like they quoted you in the comments, where it's just like, Valve doesn't make good games anymore. And it's just like, he quoted that in the comments. He's like, says someone who like is just it's just pure ignorance, like has no clue. But I want you to know there were people that backed you up. It's just like, when was the last time you played a good Valve game? It's like, I think last one I remember was Portal or CSGO.
The problem with that is
That's great.
the problem with that is as soon as you say like a Valve hasn't made good games recently, the ending word there always gets lost.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Because
like,
we even discussed about it in that video.
Yeah.
What we count as recent.
yeah, because the thing is, they have made good games. They don't make games very often anymore.
Right.
So, I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
It's like,
Hey, if it makes you feel better, you're not the only one that got called out for being ignorant. I got called out for being ignorant on one of the videos too, with the Hogwarts Legacy thing, where someone, put up a very detailed comment. I respect it. I replied to it, whatever, saying, kind of what we were saying. It's like, it's good to a point. You know what I mean? Like it's an okay game, but they called me out on the dog shit comment for Switch, because they were just like, I have it for PlayStation 5 and Switch, and while yes, it's a graphic step down, the game doesn't run that bad. And I'm just like, all right, cool, good to know. My bad. I assumed it ran like shit. Everything I saw of the game looks like it ran like shit, but if it runs good on the Switch, awesome. That's great. Which, it apparently running well on Switch, I guess, kind of backs up another little news bit I saw this week of a rare Nintendo moment of purchasing a studio. Nintendo purchased, I think they were called Shiver. They have apparently done multiple Switch ports, and they did the Hogwarts Legacy port to Switch. So I guess that was enough for them, for Nintendo to like, we're scooping you up. Like, if you could get Hogwarts Legacy to run on Switch, you're coming to work for us, buddy. But I don't know. Apparently, it runs well on Switch. It's just a graphic, downgrade. So I don't know if that's the case. Shout out, I guess. I thought I only heard bad things when it came out, but I don't know. Maybe just at that point it wasn't really in my timeline very much. But I thought I only heard bad things. But if it runs well, that's awesome.
There's probably all the 60 FPS bros.
Yeah, the FPS is pretty bad on it, from what I've understand. Like, to my understanding, it's lucky to hit 30. But I don't know. Like, I haven't dug into it necessarily, but anyway, you guys have any other news bits you want to shout out? Anything I missed or forgot about?
I don't.
Personal bits?
Did you hit on the AI thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You fell asleep.
Cool.
John noticed it too, because I looked over at John and I kept seeing John look at you, and I looked over like, yeah, he's out. He's out. But yeah, we touched on the AI.
Okay, cool.
Got anything else?
No.
Okay. All right, let's finish things up with the Gamesthetic Game of the Week. So I will take it next week, and then I'll take it this week, and next week it's back to Zach. So the one that I picked for today is a really fun game that came out in 2021. The original version of the game came out, God, I don't even know. But it was a nice little discovery for me in 2021, and that is The Forgotten City. Really enjoyed this game. It is on Game Pass. It was originally a mod for Skyrim, an award-winning mod at that, where it's just a giant mystery to go through the game and basically figure out what happened to this city. You travel back in time, what happened to these people, just the eerie vibe around it. You're going to have to do multiple loops throughout the game of time travel, because you will make mistakes. And in certain cases, you have to kind of force mistakes to happen to get a certain amount of information in this one loop, and then reset the loop, because now you have that information to carry into a brand new loop and kind of just further open up your pathways to have the best ending possible. Whether if it's the mod for Skyrim or the actual game, there's tons of endings for it. Obviously, I think the mod would only have, maybe 2 or 3 different endings, while the actual game that came out, the standalone game made by the same people, has 5 to 6 different endings, depending on how you go. There is the perfect ending. So it has a lot of replayability. Not a long game. You can sit down and play it for about 10 to 15 hours. You can probably get it done and experience most of the endings and just unravel the mystery behind it and this city and just the eerie vibe and everything about it. I really enjoy it. Like I said, it's on Game Pass. Definitely give it a look. Really enjoyed that game in 2021 when it dropped. All right, with that, we will hit the music and get out of here.
Like, comment, subscribe, rate, whatever your platform allows. It does help. Yeah, leave a comment. Something. Alex will look at them. Bye.
Do everything he said and more. And if you like what you saw and want to come watch this live with us, we do these live streams every Saturday about 6 p.m. Central Time. So come check us out then.
Make sure to also check out Agent Inc. and Rogue Energy with the referral link down below. You can also go over to sparky3shop.com and pick up some of our own personal merch. And we'd appreciate that. Join the Discord. You can come chat with us. And make sure, whatever you're listening on, make sure to follow the show. We're back next week. It's about to be a very exciting time for games over like basically the next month with showcase after showcase, game announcements, new game trailers. It's going to be great. Can't wait. Until next time, guys, have a good one. Bye.